Today we are looking at the issue of Adjei kojo again. We are looking at it in this context that many state agencies are speaking at cross purposes. After the demolition by the Tema Development Corporation, the NADMO, that is the National Disaster Management Organization, has gone there to give some relief items. They have expressed concern about the demolition, thinking that they could have been given a human face. The former local government ministers equally expressed concern and described it as a humanitarian catastrophe. But the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources thinks that we should not allow impunity to reign and that we must cure the ills of land administration in this country and should not allow people access to land that do not belong to them. I think there's so much lawlessness in land administration, land acquisition, land development in this country, which requires that some solutions must be found. But the question is, where was the TDC when the people were developing this land over these years? They looked on helplessly, and after the people had put up structures, some mansions, and they decided to break them down. This is where the encroachers seem to be gaining some sympathy from the public, because overnight they have lost all their property, they are sleeping in the open, at the mercy of the weather. So what do we do? In circumstances like this, we expect all state institutions to be speaking with one voice, speaking in a voice and condemning the actions. But if one is condemning and one is praising, then it appears to us that we may be confused. I think that we need to put our thoughts together in our desire to find a solution to all these problems, because it's not only a problem for Adjei kojo. In every community you can find this kind of development, particularly in the cities where chiefs are involved, chiefs and landowners are involved in multiple sale of land. The phenomenon of land gas is all over the place, terrorizing lawful owners of land. And this must be a security risk, because some of them are armed. We think the time has come for all of us to wake up and fight this menace of land gas, of lawlessness in the administration of land in the country. Because unless we act and act decisively, we may be sitting on a time bomb. And that is why we are revisiting the issue of Adjei kojo again. It is not because we want to endorse impunity. We do not want lawlessness. We want people to respect the laws of the land. So we don't live in a state of nature, but we live in a country where rule of law reigns. In the circumstances we find ourselves, let all well-meaning people rise up and speak their mind on how we must manage the land in such a way that there will be peace. We can sustain our stability. Therefore, we invite you to our platform, www.graphic.com.gh.